Hey, I am in Haddonfield, New Jersey, and I just wanted to do a driving tour just to show you a little bit about the difference. Like, people ask me sometimes if they don't know the area very well, they ask, what is the difference in Haddons? Like, what's the difference between Haddonfield, Haddon Township, and Haddon Heights? So they are pretty similar. I just want to drive you through, and that way you can kind of get to know the area a little bit and know what the difference is between the Haddons and decide what would be best for you. So if you're interested in living here, then give me a call. My contact information is below, and I would be happy to help you find a home in any of these towns or any of the towns in South Jersey. So I'm going to turn the camera around. We'll go for a ride, and hopefully you will see some things that you like. So we are starting out in the Lizzie Haddon section of Haddonfield, which is one of my favorite areas in Haddonfield. The houses range in price, and the elementary school is right here as well. So it's one of the elementary schools in Haddonfield. So a lot of the kids walk to school. It's just a really very pretty, quiet neighborhood, and one of my favorites in Haddonfield. So West End Avenue is what I call a double yellow. So it's on a double yellow line. It's a bit, when there's a double yellow, of course, it's like a busier street than your typical Haddonfield street that is not a double yellow. So most of the houses in Haddonfield were built prior to the 1940s. So there is a lot of Victorian architecture, and we are a town of little front porches, and it's just really a very cute area, but also a very upscale area. Between all of the Haddons, Haddonfield is by far the most exclusive, and you will pay for that exclusivity. So we are making a left onto Kings Highway. So Kings Highway is one of the main shopping districts in Haddonfield. There's two of them. Most people, when they think about Haddonfield, they think about Kings Highway. So we will head over there and take a look. Okay, so prior to getting to the shopping district in Kings Highway, there are a lot of houses on this road that are very exclusive, just beautiful old mansions, and it is a very desirable place to buy a house. To the left of us is the Patco Speed Line station. So that goes into Philadelphia. Round trip, I think, is like $6. And so it's one of the reasons, if you're commuting to Philadelphia, this is where you want to live. So this is the main shopping district of Haddonfield. There are a lot of shops, restaurants, we have beautiful churches, and Saxby's is one of my favorite places for a coffee. Then right here is the Bistro, which most of my life was a different restaurant. So it became the Bistro, I'm going to say maybe, I'm going to guess and say maybe 20 years ago. And Cafe Lift is right up on our right. That is a very cute little luncheonette. And we have the brewery right here on our left, and then a Nemo Juice on our right. So there are so many places to go in Haddonfield. I should actually make a different video about this. At this light at Haddon Avenue and Kings Highway is the Happy Hippo. So all of my life I have gone to the Happy Hippo to buy my toys. It was a place where I went as a child. That was a special treat. If I was good, if I had an accomplishment, or even just for fun, we would go to the Happy Hippo and I would be allowed to pick out something. So I love seeing it there. It always has special memories, just like this whole town does. Like, it just, I have, hold on, there's a big truck. I have always loved being here, and just the feeling that I had as a child here, and it being a part of my life, going to the Happy Hippo and all these shops, really. I mean, they have changed over time, but a lot of them are still here, and just the vibe of Haddonfield is still here. So we have just turned onto Haddon Avenue. Haddon Avenue is another one of the shopping districts, but much smaller than Kings Highway and not really that well known. We are heading into West Haddonfield right now. It's a little bit of an older section. What people usually like about it is the lots are a little bit bigger. Haddonfield is known for small lots and therefore small backyards. So the backyards are bigger in West Haddonfield. And up here on the left is Haddonfield Commons, and up here to the right, what's nice about living in Haddonfield Commons is that there is the little shopping district. So to the left we have Jersey Java. That is a cute little coffee shop. They have the best quiche ever. So if you're in the mood for that, I'm pretty sure they have it year round. I think you can walk in there and get a piece of quiche like anytime. For some reason it reminds me of the winter, but I don't think it's only the winter. And to the left we have the ultimate staging company in South Jersey called Meant to Be Home. And to the right, this is this little shopping district that I'm talking about. It has a lot of nice restaurants. It has a nail place, and to the left is Haddonfield Commons. So Haddonfield Commons is a pretty big complex. It's a little bit older. It has an elevator, so it's desirable for people that don't want to worry about walking up and down stairs. And this is the end of Haddonfield. So this is where Haddon Township starts. So Haddon Township is, so part of it does like back to Haddonfield. So the houses that back to Haddonfield in Haddon Township are more expensive than the ones that are, say, in Westmont, which is right up here on the right. This also has a Patco station, and it doesn't really have like a main shopping district. Like Haddonfield has two of them. This does have a small kind of, I mean, it has Haddon Avenue, which is kind of a shopping district, but it's not some place that people go. Like Haddonfield is some place that people from even out of the area come just to walk around, go to the brewery, go to the farmer's market, walk around, have some lunch, go to the shops. Like it can be a whole day of shopping in Haddonfield. Haddon Township doesn't really have like a main street like that. Like this is the main street, and it's fabulous on its own for sure, but it just doesn't have that that main hub that really attracts people to Haddonfield. So this area is called Westmont. This one, the prices of homes are a little bit lower in Westmont. It does have access to Patco though, again, which goes into Philadelphia. And so it is definitely a very desirable place to live. The other side of Haddon Township, which I'm going to drive us over to, and I will show you around that area. It's a little bit more, like this is like the main hub. It's also a very busy time of day, as you can see. So this main hub, it's kind of, you know, there's not any houses. There are some apartment buildings, but not really any houses. I'll show you a little bit down here about what the houses look like and what they're like in Westmont. So it is, again, an older area. Like all of this area right outside of Camden is an older area. The houses are pretty small in Westmont, so they're affordable, and it is a really nice town. Like Haddon Township is very desirable. So I actually went to Haddon Township High School, and I lived in Haddon Township a couple times in my life. So if you watch my videos, you will see I've lived in a lot of South Jersey throughout my life, and now because I rehab properties and I have the investing side of my business, I live in my projects. So I live all kinds of different places. So this is a little bit about Haddon Township, and let's go over and take a look at the other side, the side that's closer to Haddonfield, and then we'll go into Haddon Heights. Okay, so this is the other side of Haddon Township, and as you can see, it looks a lot like Haddonfield, but it's not. And the way that you can tell is that the street signs in Haddon Township are red and the street signs in Haddonfield are white. So it can be a big deal, the difference in price. So it looks a lot like Haddonfield, but you don't have the Haddonfield address. Now there are some areas that aren't in Haddonfield but have a Haddonfield address, including places in or houses in Barrington. So you do get the exclusive Haddonfield address, but you don't get the Haddonfield schools, and it's not technically Haddonfield. So it's very Haddonfield-esque. It does look a lot like Haddonfield. The houses are similar. They don't get as grand in Haddon Township as they do in Haddonfield, but still just an amazing place to live with a great school system. Haddon Township is very desirable. When you cross the street down here, you get into Haddonfield, but like I said, it's not night and day, but there is definitely a big difference between Haddonfield and Haddon Township, even though the styles of the houses look the same, and we are getting closer to Haddonfield now, so you can start to see a difference as it gets closer to Haddonfield. The prices of the houses get more expensive, even though they are still in Haddon Township. So as we get into Haddonfield up here, it just gets more expensive because you do have that elite Haddonfield address. So this is the difference. We're just coming into Haddonfield now. As you can see, the street signs are changing, and we will go ahead and head into Haddon Heights. Okay, so Haddon Heights, the main hub through Haddon Heights is the White Horse Pike. As you can probably see, there are a lot of very small towns. Like all these towns are only like 2 square miles. Like off the top of my head, I would say that's what they are. They get even smaller in South Jersey. So South Jersey is comprised of a series of small towns, and 3 of them are the Haddons. So this is the last Haddon. It's very historic, it's very popular, the schools are great, all of the Haddons are very desirable areas, but they're all just a little bit different. So mainly they have the same architecture and age of houses, which range from before the 1940s to a lot of it was built, like we do have some neighborhoods that are like bi-levels, and they were built like 60s, 70s, and 80s. And then of course we have some new construction too. So we don't have any new construction developments, but we do have small builders that will just build on a lot and sell the home as a spec home. So once we get up here a little bit, I will show you Station Avenue, which is the main shopping district in Haddon Heights. So most of it is the White Horse Pike, and it's a lot of businesses, some apartment buildings, but uh-oh, look, something's happening on Station Avenue. I hope we can get to it, but maybe not. Maybe I can get to it the other way, and I can drive you through the neighborhood a little bit. But there's construction happening right now. So let's go ahead and make a right down here on Garden. That way I can show you some of the styles of the houses too. So Haddon Heights is a lot like Haddon Township in the fact that it has a lot of small houses, just like 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, up into some really like exclusive 6-bedroom Victorian homes. So the other thing is, this is Atlantic Avenue. So Atlantic Avenue obviously has railroad tracks. So the closer to the railroad tracks that you live, the lesser the prices of the houses will be. So let's take a look at Station Avenue right up here. And it's a very small shopping district. It is not like Haddonfield again, where it's like a tourist destination, but this is it. This is Station Avenue. It's so cute. It's so quaint. Again, some really cute, nice little restaurants. And Haddon Heights is, I think it's a little bit underrated. Like, honestly, there's only 5 homes for sale right now in Haddon Heights. So I guess it's not really that underrated, but I don't know. I always hear people talk about Haddonfield. I hear a lot about Haddon Township. Haddon Township's bigger, but Haddon Heights, I just really don't hear that much about. So Haddon Heights, it also reaches out towards Audubon and the Black Horse Pike. So let me just show you some of the styles of homes, and then we can go ahead and wrap this up. But I just want you to see, again, it's all these towns look pretty similar as far as the streets, the oak trees, the style of houses. Like, I mean, if you put yourself in the middle of Haddon Heights, and if you had to guess if it was Haddon Heights or Haddonfield, you wouldn't be able to. More than likely, a street like this, you just wouldn't be able to really tell the difference, but the difference is in pricing and, again, exclusivity, which is definitely Haddonfield. So that's about it. If you have any questions, or you're thinking about moving here, or you're thinking about selling a house in the area, my contact information is in the description below. And if you have any questions about it, let me know, or you can go ahead and type in the comments. I do pay attention to this page, and I will certainly answer any questions you may have.